morning, Floss Tube. I am back to talk with you today about our giveaway and the winners, about our trip that we just returned from, and about WIPS that are in progress. I hope this finds you well. It is October 19th. Here in Texas, it is fall, 41 degrees this morning. My dad, who lives in the southeast over in Mississippi, called last night to tell me it was going to get down to 29 in his little town. So fall is here. As you can see, I'm wearing a sweater over my shirt, and that has not happened in so long where I live. So we are excited to welcome the crisp, cool temperatures of fall. We still need rain here, but with the cooler temperatures, we can make things work a lot better. My name is Sharon. This channel is Magnolia Nana, and I welcome you. If you have been with me a long time, you will know that I have start-itis, and that when I have a finish, it is an exciting time, but I love our craft. I love cross-stitching, and most of my channel is about that. Sometimes I will throw in some crochet or some book recommendations, but most of the time it's about cross-stitch. If you are new, welcome, welcome. Please come back to see me. If you feel so led, subscribe. Let me know you're out there. So the first thing I want to do is take care of my 1,500 subscriber giveaway. Again, thank you for your support. This is a big milestone, which I did not expect to reach. So again, thank you. I will not be drawing here online, so to speak, live, because I did the random comment picker when my daughter was here Monday. And I knew that she would help me figure this out. Actually, it was not a huge deal, but I did need a step-by-step encouragement. And so I have the two winners here in front of me. Congratulations to both of you. Please email me at magnolianana7. It's all one word, Magnolia Nana, and then the number 7 at gmail.com. Let me know your address for mailing, and I will get these off to you this week. Again, thank you. So we had two charts that I was sharing that I have completed, and the first is my big toe Quaker piece. The big winner for this beautiful chart, which gives you lots of room for creative color interpretation, is Betty Hankins. Betty, thank you for your comments, for watching, and I hope you will enjoy this pattern as much as my daughter and I did. Betty Hankins, email me and I will get this off to you in the mail. Then we were sharing Lizzie Kate's Busy Bee. And this is another one that I stitched all 3 patterns and made these into tiny or a little bit bigger pillows for my guest bedroom. These are so much fun to stitch. And the winner of these Busy Bee charts is Nanette McDougall-Dykes. And I am so thrilled, Nanette. You've been with me for such a long time. I'm so thrilled that you won. And also send me your address and I will get this in the mail to you. What fun. Oh my goodness. Y'all will have to update me on whether you start these and how your progress goes. Okay, the rest of this video will be fairly short. We have just returned from a huge vacation to London, England. Our son, who is our our middle son, went with us. He was able to take the time off from his job, and we have walked and explored. We have taken the subway, we have taken overground buses, we have taken the train, and of course you have to fly to get there. We were just the typical tourist, but we had a wonderful trip. I don't know that I've ever been to the UK where I did not deal with rain. And that's a good thing. I know that's why it's such a green, beautiful country. But this trip, the rain that came overnight, and our days were cool and by and large sunny. We had a few overcast moments, but it was amazing. It was an amazing trip. We tried to see some things that we had not seen on our trip to London 3 years ago. We also added some things that we loved and wanted to go back to. For me, there were probably 2 or 3 highlights other than spending time with my husband and my son. But the main one that I want to share with you is the Royal School of Needlework gift shop, which is just a gift shop, which I was able to get into on a Sunday. It is located at Hampton Court Palace, which is out from London. We took, I think we took several modes of transportation to get there, one of which was a bus, one of which was the tube. Yes, beautiful. You could spend the whole day at Hampton Court Palace if you plan to do that. But at the end of our tour of the house, we found the little shop at the back of the palace, and I was just thrilled. If you've seen anything on Instagram from me, you'll see my picture there with a big smile on my face, like, finally I'm here. And so I will show you what I purchased there, and then I'll speak about my other highlights and show you my one other purchase. So at the Royal School of Needlework, this is the lovely purple and white shopping bag that they put your purchases in. So I proudly carried this around the rest of the day. And I purchased this adorable magnet that says, "I'd rather be stitching." Just love that. Not sure where I'm going to put the magnet, but I'm having fun with it right now. And then I picked this darling Christmas kit from Historical Sampler Company. And these were the kits that they were selling. And it is called Noel Christmas Trees. And so this is what I worked on the rest of the trip, because everything was included, of course, in my kit. In the kit, there is a 16-count Aida, and of course you get your threads and your chart. I noticed that the threads were DMC. They do give you the numbers for that, which is very helpful. And this is how far I've gotten. I've never stitched on this polka dot Aida before, and I am loving it. It just makes it so cheerful. So I have done 2 of the 5 Christmas trees. As you can see, I'm starting the tree that will be the N for Noel, and then I'll have the L and then the one at the end. And then I've stitched just enough of the border to get an idea as to how that's going to go. It's going to be a fairly simple border. Right above the star, you'll see all that has to be filled in for each of those little sections. But this stitching at the end of those busy walking, seeing days was very relaxing. There are several greens in each of the Christmas trees. And then the Christmas red, the white, and then the gold. Can you tell that that star is gold? So I have become a monogamous stitcher working on this project. It has been that much fun. The other blessing is that I am having trouble with my eyes. I am going to have cataract surgery, hopefully within the next few months. And so this Aida was something I could see without struggle. There were times I had to wear my magnifiers with the light, but there were times I could stitch without even the magnifier. So it made it so much more pleasant to be able to see what I was doing, and I'm loving this result. So Historical Sampler Company, Noel Christmas trees. I hope when I see you again that will be a finish. So my other highlight was Westminster Abbey, which we were able to tour this time, and St. Paul's Cathedral. I think St. Paul's is my favorite cathedral, but we were able to tour both. I purchased this other cross stitch at Westminster Cathedral. Excuse me, not Westminster Cathedral. We did see Westminster Cathedral, which is an amazing Catholic cathedral, but this was Westminster Abbey, and it is a needle case, part of one of the stained glass windows in Westminster Abbey. And this is the company from which I have purchased before, called Textile Heritage, which is made in Scotland. And you will see that they give you everything you need, including the felt for the needles and the beautiful tassels. So when we travel next, this will go with me, because I would love to have this needle book to put in my stitching kit. And their kits are always so well packaged. I don't doubt that it will be a delight to stitch. It is done on, it doesn't say the size of the Ada, but looking at it, I believe it's probably 14 count. You do stitch the front of the needle case and the back. So that was my other purchase, and I behaved myself. That was it. I ignored everything else because I have made a deal with myself, and I will share this with you so you will hold me to it. No more purchases. I need to get some finishes and enjoy the amazing stash I have. So I hope I can stick with that at least for the next 6 months or so and get a lot of finishes, even if they are small finishes. That's just me, because I am not a young woman and I need to get some things done. So I'm hoping those will be my last purchases for a while. Okay, you know, last video that I struggled to show you my 2 purchases from Etsy that had been enabled by Katie Carney Stitches. Well, here is the printed picture of the one that I'm working on, finally. And this is from the company Lifted Spirit on Etsy. I hope you can see that. And the pattern is called Keeps My Way Secure, from Psalm 18:32. It is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. This was the pattern that I worked on the plane, or 2 planes, on the way to England. And I made some really good progress, but I made a big boo-boo. And so when I got to the boo-boo, I just put it away. And I think I just got distracted when I was counting, but I do want to show you how far I've gotten on this. It is done on 32 count antique white Jobelin, and this will be 13 by 18, or that's the size of the fabric. So I almost finished the word strength. You definitely cannot see that beautiful green because of my lighting, but it is a lovely green DMC. And it is the G that is the boo-boo. The tail of the letter G is way too wide. I miscounted big time, and how in the world I stitched all that and didn't realize it. Anyway, that has to come out, and then I will be working on this a little bit every day while I try to finish my Christmas piece. Maybe I'll do the 100 stitches a day deal. I don't know. But I would love to get into the flowers, the wreath around with this one. So we'll see what I can get done. I've loved this Jobelin. I don't know if I've ever stitched on Jobelin before, but it has really been a nice fabric to stitch on. Excuse my dryer, which is buzzing. All we've been doing is laundry since we got back. The other project that will come into the mix, I said I was going to be a monogamous stitcher. You see, I'm really not, but close, will be the Needleworker sampler, which I am doing as a Sal with Natalie Home Sweet Home Handmade. And it's my first cottage garden samplings. and I'm loving this. I know I told you in my last video, I'm amazed at how much fun their patterns are to stitch. I don't have much more progress than what I showed you before, but I am working on her skirt. And I do hope to get that skirt finished, although it's going to take a while. She has been lots of fun, but I have not picked her up since I got back home. This one is the one that is stitched on the sky blue. Let's see what this is called. It's hand-dyed Jobelin. Summer Sky is what it's called, and it is 32 count. And it is also done with the called for DMC. So my little shepherdess, I believe she is definitely a shepherdess, will be in the mix of what I pull out to stitch. So I guess that's 3 projects I'm actually going to be working on, trying to get a finish on at least one of them. The last thing I will show you today, and I will wrap this up, is a baby afghan that I finished for a dear friend of mine's daughter who had a new baby boy. And this afghan has been in process for a long time, even before I knew this sweet girl was expecting this little boy, and so it was fun to pull it out and finish it for him. It is a granny. I think you call these a big granny square, and I have no idea. Can you see that? It's a fairly big one, and it has my little shell border that I've used before. So this was alternating the baby blue and the white, and guys, it's so soft. I cannot wait to get this in the mail to her. I must get in touch and let her know that it's on the way. So sweet blue and white, soft baby afghan. I hope it will be wash and wear and very cuddly. I think that is all. Congratulations to our winners. Thank you all for being here. I will be better about coming back as soon as I get some good progress. I do need to give you a small life update and ask for good thoughts and prayers. Our son-in-law is scheduled to have open heart surgery, and that surgery was supposed to be tomorrow, and he was bumped from the surgery schedule by an emergency patient. And so our hearts go out to that patient and that family, but also to our daughter and her husband, who had made all the arrangements for their children, for their lodging. Everything was set up, and now it's all been canceled and postponed. So we had been planning to leave Monday to go to help with things at home, the children and their activities and all of that. So now we're kind of in a holding pattern day to day, and of course they are as well. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers as they try to get back on the surgery schedule and get him back to good health and away from the struggles that he's been having. And then our other son-in-law, who is active military, praise God, returned home this morning from his deployment, which has been, oh my goodness, 4 months? It's been a long time. And that daughter has 3 little children. So we are so grateful that he is home with his family, and we want to thank him for his commitment to our country and his service to our country, and applaud that amazing mama who has handled this time with those little ones amazingly. She's just Wonder Woman. So, little update. I know you will keep those families in your thoughts and prayers, and I will update as soon as I can. It will depend on when we are needed and when we go, but I can still record from there if I have progress to show you. I'm sending my love and thanks. Winners, get in touch with me and I'll be sending packages to you. Everyone enjoy either your spring or your autumn, right? Depending on where you live. We are loving our fall, our autumn here. Take care. More very soon.